So if you're looking for a digital marketing job and you feel a sense of imposter syndrome, you're not alone. I felt the same way, especially when I started applying for my first few jobs. And then I actually landed a few interviews, and the doubt of like, can I actually do this? Am I really about to be a Google Ad specialist? And what does that even mean? Like, am I even qualified to do the work? And it it just tears you up inside. It has you doubting your skills and abilities. And I'm just gonna give you a few tips on like how I overcame that and what you can do to just keep yourself calm and just keep it moving. And so the number one thing is whenever I feel like a sense of imposter syndrome, I randomly tell myself I am a Google Ad specialist. as as weird as that sounds, it just makes me no, it just gives me the reassurance that yes, this is what I do on a day to day, even when I'm managing accounts and performance is down, because it's going to happen. Performance is going to tank. Sometimes results are good and sometimes it's bad. Sometimes you go months of spending your client's budget and they have less leads, less calls than they did a week or a month or last quarter. And you start to doubt, like, do I really know what I'm doing? And that's when I have those moments of like, I'm a Google Ads specialist. I can get past this. And that's one of the ways. And the next way is like you just networking and utilizing your space, your resources. If you get stuck and you just questioning yourself on like, what should I do next, or why am I feeling so incompetent on this skill or this campaign that I just built out, you can always find a friend or find a peer on LinkedIn, of all places, and reach out. And if you're working at like a marketing agency, you can always ask your team member for help, ask for their opinion. You can basically outsource the knowledge to people that you feel might be a little above you in that knowledge aspect. And sometimes sometimes I actually know the answer to my question, but just having that extra person to validate the answer to that and allowing me to collaborate with other marketers and say, hey, what do you think about this campaign here? What are some ways to optimize it? I did X, Y, and Z. What would you do in return? And sometimes they say, I don't know, man, it's this, I'll do the same thing. In some other cases, they'll be like, well, have you tried X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3? And you're like, damn, you're right. I never thought to do that. But if you never sat down and just asked for help, you wouldn't have got to that point where you are now. So imposter syndrome, it's real. It's going to happen, especially if you're jumping into a new career space, a new job, a new field. You're going to feel overwhelmed sometimes. You're going to feel stressed out, like you don't know what the hell you're doing, but you know what you're doing. That's how I felt. And it's going to work itself out, I promise you. And in the end, you're going to just sit back and relax at your computer and tell yourself, I'm a Google Ads specialist.